So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little bit different for you guys, but it's still up the realms of trying to get some stuff done on the truck. We have already unboxed them, but we have switchback door handles, paint matched to match the truck. You can see down inside of here is where the LED strip are. So just the truck off, nobody would ever notice a difference until you turn the truck on and you start illuminating the lights. Then everything's gonna light up. The light is actually gonna reflect off of the inside plate there. So that is something we're gonna be doing soon here when the weather gets a little bit nicer. Shout out to Alex over at AGR Lighting for getting us hooked up with these. These are gonna complement the truck really nice, especially with the new wheel lights that we got going on down there, the LED switchback wheel lights. And here it is, guys. You seen it here first. So this is what it is. If you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and this is where you have seen this first. This is the powder coat colors that we have went with. We have a polar white with an illusion violet and a metallic clear. So this stuff actually turned out super nice. You can actually see the flaking in there. Try to get a better light angle for you guys here. So this stuff's turned out super nice. We got the front end off currently at powder coat right now. As you see here, yeah, it turned out super nice. So we're gonna start working on getting this back together. We got some bushings to get. We already got the bushings for the sway bar links. We got to go get the bushings for the control arms and the panhard bar, and then we got to get some lower control arm bushings. And then at that point, we will be getting this all put back together. But today on the channel, we have down there a Rough Country cold air intake that we're going to be installing on the truck in place of the factory airbox. You see, that is the first official release of the powder coat colors that we are going to be doing. The whole truck is done that way. So we got the axle that's powdered polar white, and then all the suspension is going to be done in the illusion violet with metallic flake, as well as the polar white. So if you guys are subscribed to the channel, congratulations, you've seen it here first. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, click that down below, click that little subscribe button down below, and stay tuned, because this is where we will be dropping most of our exclusive stuff and what we are doing. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna unbox this with you guys and kind of show you guys what comes in this Rough Country cold air intake kit. And we're gonna see what we got and make sure we got everything we need first before we even do the install. So check it out with me. So we got a box here. Don't know what's in that box just yet. Over here, we got some other goodies. We got some clamps. So we'll set those off over there. This, I believe, is the weatherproof seal that goes around the box. So we'll sit that there. Got a couple couplers. We'll sit those over there. These are our connecting harnesses to be able to plug in for our map sensor and our ambient air temp sensor. A couple brackets here. I believe this is the pipe for the I can think of it on the top of my head. Damn it. Anyways, it's the PVC pipe for like the breather tube, whatever. We'll just call it. We'll stick with the breather tube because that's what it's called. Down the road, guys, we may end up powder coating these because these are able to be powder coated. These are an aluminum metal. They've already been powder coated black, but we may end up going with the concept of the truck down the road once we move to working on the engine bay. So we may even get a whole different cold air intake setup, but this is just for now. We got our brackets for the airbox to build the box. We got another one to be able to build the box. then here is our final bracket. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Gotta peel off this bubble wrap. Up close shot. Yeah. All right, so, and that is our final bracket for the airbox. So, yeah, that's what we got there, guys. And then this is just a box. And since we're doing yard cleanup today, we may just go throw this off over in the fire pit. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. And then we're gonna have another little project we're gonna be working on here. So we have a Honda 300 EX. So it needs a exhaust put on it. So they took the exhaust off to fix it, but we're just gonna buy a new exhaust coming off the manifold. It's already had a lot of work done. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna get the exhaust fixed on it, but that's for we'll save all that for a whole nother separate segment. So my stepdad actually purchased this, and this is one of his toys that he wanted to get, and it actually runs. It drives. It's pretty solid. Yeah, it don't look that pretty, but you know what? We can fix the prettiness. All we care about is making sure it runs, rides, drives, and all that. So back over here now to what we were doing. Well, like I said, this is what we got for the new cold air intake that we're going to be putting on. I'm going to probably try to figure out how to do this and get this thing all put together. I have the directions, but I must have misplaced them somewhere. Don't exactly know where I put them. They're you big dummy. Probably somewhere back over in the corner there, but we're just gonna wing it because it really. I'm gonna wing it.
No, God, please, no!
And just throw it together to show you guys just how easy it could be, even when you follow the directions. So if you follow the directions, it could probably be a lot easier than what I'm doing now. So yeah. Oh, we forgot to even see what was inside this box. So let's see what's inside this box. Oh, we got a coupler, some more plastic bags. So we're just gonna throw these bags in this box. Boom. Get rid of that box. You don't, unless you really need the damn box. Yeah, just throw it to the side. So we got a nice large clamp, and just pop that baby on there. I'm assuming I've done one of these before. I've done a cold air intake, and then that just pops on there. I mean, it will screw into there. It will screw in to this, but we'll get to that point, and then yeah. So we're gonna take this, sit it off to the side. That's a nice cone filter. If you guys don't know about these, they're oiled cotton filters that allow 360 degrees of air intake. So you get a better flow of air with one of these than you do with the standard OEM paper filters. That box is actually very restricted. We're not looking for high horsepower gains on this because cold air intakes, they serve their purpose for what they're good for, but just slapping a cold air intake on is not going to give you no 40 to 50 additional horsepower. So don't believe the gimmicks, don't believe the lies. Just don't feed into that. You know, oh, 50 horsepower. That's a selling feature that most companies use. 50 horsepower if you install our cold air intake. Get out of here. But anyways, back to what we were doing here. So we got a little bag of bolts. So let's see what this little bag of bolts is going to do for us. See what we got here. So we're taking the smaller screws, the hex head, the Allen key ones, as you could say, and we are basically installing that plate I just showed you onto the airbox housing portion. We're using the washers and the screws to install it. Diameter right there, it all lines up. It's really not rocket science. You'll see you got all the screws on this side and then down the bottom, and then from this point, again, we got the directions there. Now we can take our adapter ring right here. And we can put this in here and get it mounted, because this is essentially what your filter is going to go onto. So you're going to put your filter onto this after you get this installed into here. That one will screw right into there. Was I supposed to use those ones or these ones?
You big cold-blooded dummy!
Let's see. Now we got our tools. The old lady just got home. She just pulled up. We got the factory pipe off. So once you get this off, you're going to want to get this guy out of here. Sensor out of there. So you can take this, discard it. You're going to want to take this rubber grommet and you're going to want to work it into the pipe. Kind of hold the one side as you shove your sensor in there. Tighten down these screws on the for the filter housing. Get that tightened up there. Hey, look at that. First one we grabbed. So we'll come over here. We'll get these all tightened down. So we're gonna cut scene and we're gonna jump to the front of the truck. So guys, we're over here at the front of the truck and we're gonna get this thing set down in there. We got the box here, and like I said, I'm gonna show you guys kind of what it looks like so that way you get a good idea. So essentially guys, it's gonna sit in there kind of like this. We got to get it mounted, so we have to take out this 13 mil as well as this 13 mil. Could do this one-handed here so that way I can kind of show you guys. So we got one 13 mil there. That is come down here, and we're gonna grab this 13. So now that we got these two bolts out of here, we can come back over here. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to set this thing up. So as you can see guys, I couldn't find nowhere to set up my phone, but this is kind of how you do it. So you put that 113 back in here, put the 113 back in.
Be quiet.
Be quiet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Be quiet? So we're gonna go through, we're gonna tighten up those two, tighten up that one, then this will be tight and secure, and then we're gonna come and we're gonna get our filter and our tube and get that mounted on next. The clamp is already on there. We're gonna tighten that up. It's a Phillips screw, or it looks like a 7mm, but we're just gonna use our Phillips screwdriver here. Fitting back here for the plastic fitting on the back of the pipe. We're going to take our Phillips screwdriver and tighten that guy down. Now that that's tightened down, we can come over here. We'll grab our coupler. We'll put our coupler on this side. Make sure it's all the way on there and secured. We'll take this. Drop it down here. Connected. Everybody's happy where they got to be. Now we will grab our seal and we will put our seal on, and then we will get a start up on this thing. This just feeds right around the edges, and we'll just run it all the way around. Make sure it's all the way down on there and seated. fix this. There you have it, guys. So we got the seal on. Now we are gonna grab the keys and we are gonna get a startup of this thing. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get a startup of this thing here. It's probably gonna be loud because it's been a while since it's been actually started up. Well, probably a few weeks, but everything still works on it. Rock lights are on. Like I said, we still got to get the wheel lights installed and all that stuff, so got to get everything back from powder. So guys, we're gonna give a little rev and show you guys what it sounds like, but we got it all installed and we'll talk about it here in a minute. So there you guys have it, the Rough Country cold air intake for the 2012 Ram 1500s. We have a full install procedure that we just went through. If you guys have about an hour to 2 hours worth of time, give or take, and a basic toolkit, this is definitely something you guys could tackle in your driveway. It looks good, and like I said, we may go off and powder coat this, or we may just go get a whole new, different intake once we start tackling some of the engine work. But if you guys haven't already, I hope you hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like. Every subscription helps with the channel and helps with keep videos like this rolling out. So for now, guys, we will see you. Bye.